So what should you do if you really like a girl and you tell her that you like her and she then says, sorry, I just see you as a friend? Why does that happen to a guy when he's getting along well with a woman? How can he fix it and how can he avoid it happening again in the future? Alright, so if you ever get stuck in a situation like that, or you're currently stuck in a situation like that and you want to fix it and have a sexual boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with this particular woman, then this video is going to help you. Let's look at the first reason why a guy will hear the old, I only see you as a friend, from a woman that he likes when he tells her how he feels about her. Number one, he thinks he is being sexually attractive to her, but he isn't. So the approach that the guy is using towards the relationship that he has with her is causing her to experience friendly feelings for him, rather than sexual and romantic feelings for him. And this is where a lot of guys get confused, because a guy will think, well, I've heard that women are attracted to confident guys and I'm confident around her. So what's the problem, right? I'm talking to her, we're getting along, we have a lot in common, she laughs at my jokes, what's the problem? Well, there is a big difference between being confident in a nice, soft, sweet, and friendly way to get along with a woman and being confident in a manly and flirtatious way to attract a woman and turn her on. For example, if a guy is eating lunch with a girl that he likes and he is confident but has just been nice and friendly the whole time, and then says something nice like, oh, the food is really good here, this is tasty, then that kind of thing is fine to say, but it's just more of his nice, friendly confidence which he has been experiencing the whole time. On the other hand, if the same guy was eating lunch with her and had been friendly and having a good chat with her, but also used his confidence in a more masculine way at times to make her feel feminine and girly in comparison to him, then she would naturally and automatically feel sexually attracted to him. The reason why is that sexual attraction is the strongest when there is a clear difference between the masculine and feminine energy. For example, if he smiled and said something like, hey beautiful, make yourself useful and pass me the salt, in a manly but playful way, she would feel girly and feminine in comparison to him having the balls to playfully mess with her like that. She would also pick up on the fact that he referred to her as beautiful in a confident but manly way. He said, hey beautiful, make yourself useful and pass me the salt. And she will be able to sense that he's not sucking up to her by saying that she's beautiful, right? He's not being a nice guy and saying, oh, I just wanted to say I think you look very beautiful today. Instead, he's using his confidence in a more masculine and flirtatious way. For example, another way to display masculine confidence when having lunch or dinner with a woman is to reach over with your fork or spoon and taste some of her food. So the guy would say something like, that looks good, let me taste some of that. And he would get some with his fork and taste it. And the woman would look at him as being the more masculine energy in that moment because he is being dominant. He is going after what he wants. He is doing what he wants to do. And a man doesn't have to do that all the time, but a man needs to be able to display a different type of energy around a woman. He needs to display a masculine type of energy so she can feel feminine and girly in comparison to him. And if a guy does that, then her feelings of sexual attraction will naturally be strong. They will naturally be compelling. She will feel drawn to him in a sexual and then romantic way. So the thing is, a lot of guys think that they are making a woman feel sexually attracted just by being confident around her, but because they aren't willing to use their confidence in a more masculine way at times, there isn't much of a difference between them in terms of energy and behavior. They both seem nice, sweet, soft, and friendly, and that can result in a sexual relationship happening if the woman feels attracted to the guy for other reasons. For example, he's very good looking, other women want him, etc. But if she doesn't feel sexually attracted to a guy and he's only being nice and friendly around her, then she will usually only see him as a friend. So if you want a woman to see you in a sexual way, make sure that you are willing to say and do something that will make her feel a spark of sexual attraction rather than just trying to get along with her in a nice, friendly way. Number 2, he seems to secretly feel unworthy of her and is hoping she doesn't notice that. The thing is, most women can easily sense when a guy doesn't feel like he's good enough for her, and it turns them off because women aren't attracted to insecurity or desperation. Unattractive women often like it because they like the fact that the guy doesn't feel like he's good enough and she has to give him approval. It makes her feel more confident, it makes her feel more wanted, and that's great. Yet if the woman that you like is attractive, then she's not going to like it if you're waiting for her signs of approval before you can feel like you're good enough for her, right? She doesn't want a guy like that. And you may have witnessed a situation before in your life where maybe you liked a girl or another guy liked a girl, and then another guy came along and he didn't have amazing looks or anything like that. He was just a normal type of guy, but he immediately felt good enough for her and interacted with her in a way that showed her he believed in himself. He felt more than worthy of being with her. Now, of course, it's not in an arrogant way where a guy walks into a situation and talks to a girl. It's like, yeah, of course you want me. I'm the best. I'm the man. Every girl wants me. Of course it's not that. You will have seen it yourself where a guy comes in and he just has a relaxed confidence about him. He talks to women and doesn't have that need to be approved. Like, do you like me? Am I going to be able to get a chance here? And so on, right? He's not coming in with that sort of energy. He's the sort of guy that has decided that he is good enough for the kinds of women that he finds attractive. So he just moves things forward and he gets the result. Number 3, he is being a good, helpful friend to her and hoping that it results in sexual and romantic attraction. So he might spend a lot of time and energy doing favors for her, listening to her rant about things, gossiping about other people with her, being her texting buddy, and essentially doing whatever she wants or needs him to do as a friend. If she senses that he secretly likes her and wants her sexually and romantically, then she will feel pity for him for lacking confidence like he does. Pity does not create sexual attraction inside of a woman because women are not sexually attracted to the emotional weakness of men. So what often happens for the woman is that she feels a bit confused, right? She knows that he's a good guy. And logically, she should like him because he's a good guy and he really likes her and will most likely treat her really well, but she doesn't feel attracted to him. Right? His behavior, his approach to her isn't creating feelings of sexual attraction. What often happens then is she'll try to set him up with a single girlfriend of hers who's less attractive, or she'll encourage him to go out and meet other women. But he doesn't want that. He wants her, right? He feels attracted to her. He really wants her, but he's not making her feel attracted. Number 4, he assumes that if he tells her how he feels, she will then feel the same way. You can't explain a woman into having feelings for you. Instead, you have to display traits and behaviors that are naturally attractive to women. So I mentioned confidence already, but there's also charm, for example, and a lot of guys get that wrong as well. They think that being charming is just about being nice. It's not. Women see a guy as charming if he's behaving in a way that is making her feel sexually aroused or sexually attracted, and he's also being nice to her, right? It's not just about being nice to a woman. You've got to behave in a way that is making her feel sexually attracted. And one of the ways to do that is to display a more masculine type of confidence. You can also make a woman feel sexually attracted by using a certain type of humor, as long as it's done right? There are so many ways to get humor wrong. Guys hear that women like funny guys, so they think, right, I'm just going to crack jokes and then she's going to want to be with me, but it's not about that. The best type of humor to use to make a woman feel attracted to you is where you make her feel playfully challenged in the moment, or you make her feel girly in comparison to your masculinity. So say, for example, a guy is hanging out with the girl that he likes and she gets her hair done, right? She either gets it cut or she gets it colored or she does something to it. And then she asks for his opinion. She says, oh, I got my hair cut today. What do you think? Most guys who are in the friend zone aren't even going to use humor at that point. They're just going to say, oh, it looks beautiful. Oh, I love the color, or I love the cut, or I love the whatever it is. The guy just wants to give her compliments and get along with her because he hopes that she will then develop feelings for him. She'll think, hang on, he's really nice to me. He's really good to me. Every time something happens, he says something nice, he says something good. He's a good guy. I should be with him. Yet that's not charming behavior. That's nice guy behavior, and that puts a guy in the friend zone. Charming behavior is when you use some humor, for example, or you do something else to make her feel sexually attracted, and then you treat her nicely or you give her a compliment, right? It's sexual attraction and then, right? So, for example, she comes along and she says that she has cut her hair or she's colored it in a certain way. A guy who understands attraction will use humor in a way that makes her feel playfully challenged in the moment or feel girly in the moment in comparison to his masculinity. So she says, I cut my hair, I colored my hair, what do you think? And he says, oh no, it looks horrible. What have you done? She's then surprised and challenged and shocked in the moment because that's not the thing that pretty much anyone would say, a woman or a man, right? People will just give a nice compliment and so forth. Yet he has said that in the moment, and she's then going to be thinking, what is going on? And she will then say something like, are you serious? Do you really think it's that bad? Or something like that. Just kidding. It looks beautiful. It really suits you. Now, in your life, you may have witnessed another guy behaving like that around a woman, and she then started to really like him. They were flirting back and forth, and they started having a sexual relationship. And if you've witnessed something like that before and are the sort of guy who gets placed in the friend zone, you may have wondered in that moment, what the heck is going on, right? He seemed to insult her at the start. Oh no, it looks horrible. What have you done? And you may have thought, if I said something like that, a woman would have reacted badly to me. Right? She probably wouldn't have talked to me anymore and so forth. So remember what I said earlier about the masculine and feminine. If you're just trying to be neutral with a woman and be the same and just get along with her, then you're going to be in the friend zone. But if you have the courage, if you have the balls, if you have the awareness to be the more masculine one in the moment when you're interacting with a woman, then she is going to feel sexually attracted and turned on by you. Now, the thing is, you can have neutral conversations with her at times. There's no problem with that. But if you want to make her feel sexually attracted, you can't just be neutral and just be neither masculine or feminine. We're just the same here. We're just getting along. No. You're the man, she's the woman, right? And if you behave as though you're the man and she's the woman, she's going to feel sexually attracted to you. She's going to feel sexually turned on. And as a result, she's going to have sexual and romantic feelings for you. She's not just going to see you as a friend. Now, before I give you the fifth and final reason why a woman will say that she just likes a guy as a friend and how to fix it, how to avoid it and so on, I'll point out that if you want to learn my best ever techniques on how to instantly attract women and make them want you sexually and romantically, then I recommend that you read my ebook, The Flow, or listen to the audiobook version. I created The Flow because I used to struggle with women only seeing me as a friend or as nothing at all. I got to the point where I'd had enough of being overlooked by women, and I went out into bars and clubs and interacted with women and experimented on what worked to make them instantly feel attracted, how to make them want me sexually, how to get to a kiss, how to have sex on the first night, and so on. By doing that, I created what I call the flow, where you instantly make the woman feel attracted by displaying certain traits and behaviors. You then start to connect with her and she feels chemistry with you. She wants things to move forward between you and her. And you simply have to use one of the techniques from the flow to get a phone number, get a kiss, or have sex on the first night or first date or second date if you want to wait until then. Creating the flow allowed me to enjoy my choice of women for over 10 years. And then when I was 35, I met my perfect girl who was 20 at the time. We got into a relationship, settled down, and we've been together ever since. So if you want women who you find attractive to find you attractive and want to be with you sexually and romantically, simply go through the flow process. When you do, women feel naturally attracted to you and drawn to you. They feel aroused, they feel connected with you, and they want things to move forward between you and them. So giving you their phone number, kissing you, having sex with you, going on a date with you, and so on. The flow is the easiest way to get laid or get a girlfriend. So the fifth reason that a guy will get the old "I only see you as a friend" is that he assumes that she will develop feelings for him over time. The thing is, that can happen in some situations where a woman is lonely and she doesn't have many options, or she uses him as a rebound guy after getting dumped by a boyfriend and so on. That definitely can happen. A man and a woman can grow to like each other over time, yet if a guy uses that approach and he's hoping that if he just keeps being friendly with her, one day she's suddenly going to look at him and go, "I want to be with you," right? Then he is almost certainly going to be disappointed and heartbroken when another guy comes along, instantly attracts her, and then starts a sexual relationship with her. They become boyfriend and girlfriend, and he is left behind in the dust. Guys like that either don't know how to make women feel attracted, or the guy thinks that he'd be coming on too strong, he'd be too forward if he starts focusing on attracting her. He's just got to be nice and get along with her, right? That's the way to do it. Right? Just be nice, just be patient, and one day something will happen. Well, if a guy uses that approach, he'll almost always be disappointed and heartbroken. So if you want to have a sexual boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with this woman that you like, start interacting with her in a way that causes her to feel sexually attracted to you and stop interacting with her in a way that makes her experience friendly feelings for you. There's nothing wrong with being nice to a woman, there's nothing wrong with being friendly, and there's nothing wrong with treating a woman well. But remember what women actually see as charming. A woman sees a guy as being charming if he's making her feel sexually attracted and he's treating her well. When a guy does that around a girl that only sees him as a friend, she will start looking at him in a sexual and romantic way, and he then just has to move things forward from one step to the next, and they'll either start having casual sex for a while, or they'll get into a committed boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.